All right, we've been talking about, of course, the ice situation for the afternoon and this sprawling system affecting the northern plains all the way to the east coast through the Great Lakes, just a huge system in general. And as we zero in on what we're looking at, we've been talking about the further north, the heavier the snow, and mostly snow too, north of I-69 through the Thumb. The problem is, of course, that ice storm warning that covers a good part of Metro Detroit. Right now, Wayne County, Lenawee, and Monroe not included. You have a winter weather advisory, which means hazardous driving conditions, but right now you're outside that limit of the ice storm warning. Coming down that mixed bag as promised, and we're looking north right now into northern Oakland County. You can see snow around Lake Orion. There's that fine line between the snow and then changing over to sleet and freezing rain from Pontiac to West Bloomfield, Macomb Township down toward Mount Clemens, and the snow up toward Port Huron. Now the further south, again, you're seeing some of that rain, sleet, and freezing rain, seeing a good deal of it through Hillsdale County, but also into Washtenaw County, Ann Arbor, Flat Rock. It is very widespread this afternoon. So keep in mind, if you are doing any traveling, the later it gets, the worse it's going to get, of course, with this type of system unfolding. And we have a lot of moisture to work with coming up from the south, so it's not going to be another hour or two. It's going to be through the evening. I don't anticipate this to really start tapering off until after about 10 or 11 o'clock this evening. 29 degrees in Pontiac. It is 32 in Detroit, 32 Monroe. These temperatures are very tricky. 29 degrees, we're pretty good with the snow. 31, 32, we're bouncing back and forth with that mix, and these temperatures should remain pretty steady through the afternoon, which means the mix continues for us with the sleet, freezing rain, and of course that rain. But these winds also impacting us right now. We're at a 30-mile-per-hour wind gust in Windsor, 22 in Monroe, 25 Adrian. It'll be even more significant impact tomorrow when we already have the ice. And then, of course, any power outages, trying to restore those. And we're looking at those gusts tomorrow up to 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Is going to be an issue even tomorrow, even after the storm begins to push away. So here's our hour-by-hour forecast as we go through the afternoon. The scenario continues with the sleet, freezing rain, rain, snow to the north, a little bit of that plain rain trying to mix in as temperatures bump up even a couple of degrees. A very tricky temperature profile is what we're looking at through the afternoon. This is 11 o'clock tonight. Starts to taper off to some freezing drizzle overnight. So tomorrow morning, we're still looking at a very rough ride. When we look at ice accumulation, some of these numbers certainly look pretty scary, but these are maybe even a little bit contaminated with sleet, but we're still looking at a quarter to a half inch. Once you head west of Wayne County, we're talking about Oakland County, Livingston, Washtenaw County, the further east, those lighter amounts. And then the snow totals are going to be highest, as we keep saying, through the Thumb. We're 8 to 10 inches in the northern Thumb, about 2 to 5 in a swath around M59 up to the I-69 corridor. Temperatures tomorrow, look at that huge jump. We're just all over the place. Temperatures in the upper 40s tomorrow, which will relieve the ice situation, but we're trading it with the higher winds. Friday, just bitter cold. Temperatures in the 20s.